Okay. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Ariba Khurram Beg and I'm your English teacher from the City School North Nazimabad Boys Campus. Today is March 25th, 2019. Sorry, 2020 and Wednesday. So the topic for today is the compare and contrast essay. You guys already know about it and we did this in last term as well. Let me see if we have Miss Aska with us so that I can unmute her. Okay, she's not here with us right now. All right. So compare and contrast essay. Uh, if you guys have any problems, kindly let me know in chat so that I can rectify that problem. The learning objectives for today is to define the characteristics of comparison and contrast essay. By the end of this session, you would be able to define the characteristics of a compare and contrast essay, and then write a compare and contrast essay using one of the formats featuring all the characteristics of compare and contrast essay. Okay, so we have 25 participants, 26. All right. So those who join me right now, just to inform you that the topic for today is compare and contrast essay, which is familiar to you all, and I know that all of you know what is a compare and contrast essay. Okay, so I would like to take your responses. What do we mean by compare and contrast? Yes. Can any if you can contribute, if someone wants to raise the hand? Yes, I'm waiting for your responses, or you can contribute in chat as well. What is a compare and contrast essay? Are you guys sleeping? Nobody is raising the hand. Okay, Usman Imran, differentiate between two things. Okay, all right. Only differentiate. Abdullah Nisar. Yes, Abdullah. What is a compare and contrast essay? Forgot about it? You did this last term, Abdullah. Qasim says to compare in two things. All right. Only comparison. What about contrast? What do we mean by contrast? Abdullah? No?
Yes.
Daniel Mirza wants to say something. All right. Yes, Daniel. Yes, Daniel, we can hear you now.
To evaluate two things based on their opinion.
All right. This is written on the slide, Daniel. I'm asking you what does contrast means?
To explain based on their own opinions.
All right. Here we do mistakes actually. All right. I have got a lot of responses. All right. Okay, 5 says compare and contrast and essay analyzes two subjects by either comparing or contrasting them both. The purpose of writing a comparison contrast essay is not to state the obvious, but rather to illuminate subtle differences or unexpected similarities between two subjects. All right, Rohan. Similarities and differences. All right. Yes, Ayan. A twist in the story twist in the story? No, Ayan. Combination answer. When we compare the pros and cons of two things, very true. All right. So compare means to compare to find differences about two things, or contrast means to find similarities about two things. All right. So we actually mistake here that we do not know what to do when. what are the meanings of these words. Compare and contrast, we only go for stating the differences. So why do authors compare and contrast compare and contrast? Firstly, they explain facts about two things. All right. Second way is to use it to evaluate two things based on their opinion. Okay, they are going to compare and contrast, they are going to find similarities or differences about two things according to their own opinion. Compare and contrast actually helps us connect new information to what we already know. It's like sorting your knowledge. You already know about one thing, you already know about second thing, but now in comparison and contrast as to what you are doing, you are sorting the knowledge. Okay, we even use compare and contrast in our life. Yes, when do we use compare and contrast in our life? Can you come up with an example? Yes, please, waiting. Let me unmute someone. Zawar. Yes, Zawar. Zawar, I can
Just
hear
like
you. Yes.
Ali and I live in the both house. Is this correct?
Can we? Can you elaborate it?
Ali and I live in the same house and are friends.
Okay, good. Can be. Okay. I'm giving you a very common example which you guys do in your daily life, in our class as well, and you don't know about it. Yes. What is this? Hobbit. Again, Bilbo Baggins and Gandalf. We actually compare. This is what the book, the novel which we read, and then you guys compare the novel with the movie. And this is true with not only this novel and the movie, but all other movies and novels as well. Do we do that? Yes, Shahir Malik. You don't? Haven't you tried to watch the movie of The Hobbit or Bilbo Baggins or what or any other story, like any other novel, maybe Harry Potter or maybe something else? So what do? We compare that. The I get this responses a lot of times that people come, "Miss, this was written in the novel, but movie it's not the same." Yes, the novels are different from the movie, but you find similarities as well. Answer, I mostly criticize the entire. Yes, answer, I remember. So we actually do this in our daily lives. Or you, for example, cricket and football. You compare cricket and football, and you maybe you like one and you don't like the other game, and you compare it in your daily lives, maybe in your PE or what or any other thing. Okay, so what are compare and contrast? Actually compare to find the similarities between two things, and when we contrast, what do? We find differences between two things. All right, is it clear till here? Can we move forward? Good to see a lot of students coming in. Is it clear? What do we do in compare and what do we do in contrast? Okay, so compare versus contrast. You see, Venn diagram, it's not new to you all. The topic is compare and contrast. Okay, here these are the two circles. One is blue and the other one is pink. They both are overlapping. This part is the comparison part, which is common. Okay, and the other parts are the differences. Can you see? It's very obvious. Subject A and subject B, you are comparing and contrasting both. So these parts which are the differences will be the contrast part, and the differences which are the similarities are in the middle, and they are regarded as the comparison part. All right, can you compare this picture? Yes. What are the similarities? I guess there are a lot of similarities in this picture. They both are wearing same dresses. Right? What else? Twins. Shahir Malik. Wow, same clothes, same glass. Glass. Same glasses, Shahir Malik. Yes. See, what are you doing? You're comparing both of them and you're finding the similarities between them. Twins. Yes, Saad. All right. Now contrast. Same style of hair, same hairstyle. Both are the babies. Mustafa Jafri, good. Zawar, same haircut. Azaz, the color of their clothes and glasses same. Okay. Qasim, they're twins. They both are wearing Muhammad Daniel dresses. Of course, they'll be wearing dresses. All right. Now contrast. Yes, you are going to find the differences in this picture. What is the difference in this picture? One difference is lemon color. Yes, Matthew, you are right. The color, see, one is different from the others. So when you contrast, what do? You find difference. And when you compare, you find similarities. Yes, everyone is correct. Colors, yes, one is purple and the other is yellow. Usman Imran, all right. Okay, so for comparison and contrast, there are some signal words which we use in our writing in order to make it obvious. For example, for contrast, we have although, different from, however, in contrast, instead of, less than, more than, as opposite to, but not, on the contrary, on the other hand, unless, while. Okay, and when we compare, we use these words alike as well as compared with, either, likewise, resemble, same as, similar to, similarly. All right. Okay, so we have Miss Aska with us. Good morning, Miss Aska.
Good morning.
You
Sorry,
are
I'm
late.
late.
You are late.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm late in class. Do I have a punishment for that?
No, you are not.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes, sorry,
welcome to our
continue.
class. Okay, the topic for today is compare and contrast essay.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so these are the signal words, all right, which we use in your writing in order to make it obvious that either you are comparing or contrasting. Okay, some more words: alike, both, same, similar, like. Okay, when we contrast, we use different, differ, unalike, not alike, difference. On the other hand, however, although, even though, in contrast to, while, and but. Okay, Saad, contrast. Yes, contrast means difference. Okay, you all, I hope you all can read this paragraph. And what are you going to do? Now you know what are signal words for comparison and what are signal words for contrast. Okay, what are you going to do? You are going to underline compare signal words and you are going to circle the contrast words. And I'm going to take your responses. Be quick. Take 3 minutes to read this paragraph and underline, or you can just note down the words and later share it with us.
As well as Matthew.
Okay, similar as well as compare. All right, let's take few responses.
As well as Abdullah Nisar is saying.
As well as is what? Compare word or a contrast word? Everyone is saying as well as, but you are not making it compare or contrast.
Like Siddhi is saying it is a compare word.
Okay.
Mustafa Jafri is saying a like word.
Okay, contrast. Zabar is saying
And then
contrast.
Shaheen Malik is saying unlike, as well as unlike. Miss Ariba.
Yes.
Majority of them are saying same and compare.
As well as is what?
Some are not clear about it.
Okay, as well as is what? As well as is a compare word or a contrast word? Okay, dogs as well as cats. I want to take your responses first. As well as is what? Compare, Miss Aska, if you can read the chat, please.
Okay, okay.
As well as.
As well as Qasim is saying compare, Usman is saying
Okay.
compare,
Okay.
Mustafa Jafri is saying difference, Matthew is saying compare, Ammar is saying compare, Hashir compare, Faik compare.
All of them are right. Good. And the other word they were coming up with was similar, right? They were saying similar.
Earlier it was similar. Yes.
Okay, then what is similar? Similar is a compare word or contrast word. Are you going to underline it or circle it?
Matthew is saying it's a compare word.
It's a compare word again. Are you sure, Matthew?
Saad is saying compare word. Faik is saying compare.
Good to see the responses.
Shaheen Malik is saying contrast. Mustafa Jafri is saying compare.
Shaheen Malik, why contrast? It is a compare word.
And
okay.
The responses have stopped.
Can you come up? Can you come up with one more? Only one contrast word. Only one, so that we can move on. Yes. Are there any responses?
Mustafa Jafri is saying unlike. Abdullah Nisar is saying unlike. Mustafa Matthew is saying it's a contrast word. What is a contrast word, Matthew? Saad is saying unlike.
Are you
Matthew
sure?
now says unlike.
Okay, let's see.
Ansar Shafiq is saying on the contrary.
Okay. See, the answers are on your screens now. The underlined words are the compare words and circle words are the contrast words. So more or less everyone was right. Yes. So you just evaluated yourself that are you able to make difference between compare and contrast words and their definition. All right, so good to see the responses. Let's move on. Okay, so whenever you are going to write a compare and contrast essay, so there are a number of graphic organizers which you can use just to organize the information which you have so that it would be easy for you to write the essay. So number one, you all know we not only use this in English but math and other subjects as well, which is Venn diagram, which we just studied in the previous slides, that subject A, subject B, and in between there are the similarities, and on the sides there are the differences. Okay.
Venn diagram is this tool that we use in mathematics, Saad. You must have done it in maths. Making two circles and then
overlapping them.
Yes, overlapping them.
Okay, and in between comes the similarities and the other sides with the differences. All right, let's see this example, right? Mammals and reptiles. All right, they are warm-blooded, they are cold-blooded, and these are the differences, and they both are vertebrates. This is what the similarity. Okay, have hair or fur, they have a scaly skin, and they both breathe. Okay, they are mostly used in science. Yes, answer, I know, but I'm just giving you an example just to make it obvious that how the use of Venn diagram actually. Okay, so it's quite obvious. The second thing is flow diagram. Okay, this is something maybe new to you guys, so can you please look at the screen and tell me what are the two subjects here? Yes, what are the two subjects which we are comparing or contrasting? Okay. Polar and panda. Yes. Polar bear and panda bear. Yes. See, a flow diagram is like, see, the similarities are in between again, and now the differences of polar bear are here and panda bear are here. So this is how you organize your information in flow diagram. Okay. Now, another one which may be new to you. This is H chart. Similarities in between and differences on the side. Again, if you see, there are all the variants of Venn diagram. This is what we are doing in Venn diagram, just the shapes are changing. Otherwise, H charts are is in front of you on your screens. H, the letter H. All right, the two sides are the differences, and in between this line is for the similarities. Okay, I hope it's clear. The letter H, this is the most simpler one. Actually, there are all the variants of Venn diagram which we in see, this is what we do in Venn diagram. In between there are similarities, and on sides we have differences. Okay, so now your task is to pick one of the two new graphic organizers. You are already familiar with the Venn diagram, so these two are new for you, and the paragraph which we just read, you are going to make organize the information in this. So I guess H chart is quite easy. So let's go for the flow diagram. See, that's how you are going to make flow diagram. Not impress. The two subjects are cats and dogs. Like earlier we had polar bear, panda and polar bear. So the similarities are in between and the differences are on the sides. Love chasing objects. Okay. And differences are here on the sides. Not impressed by twice, and they are impressed by twice. All right, is it clear? Am I clear till here? Whatever is feasible for you, you can go with that. This is just to organize the information which you already know. As I told you, that compare and contrast just help us to connect the new information to what we already know. It's like sorting knowledge, right? So you are sorting your knowledge.
More like we can call it a mind map, right?
Yeah,
it's our
mind map. That's what we do in mind map. They are different graphically, but they are same. Yes, Saad, you are right. Similarities are that cat and dog both are animals, right? Matthew, yes, you are correct. So now the methods of writing a compare and contrast essay. There are two methods. You already know about it: block method or point by point method. Yes, who will tell me what is a block method? How do we organize the information in block method? Now I want to take responses from you. Yes. Please raise your hand.
Matthew says 5 paragraphs. In which method, Matthew?
5 paragraphs. I'm not asking about the 5 paragraphs. I'm just asking about the method. What do we do in these methods? Both of them actually. Okay. Anyone wants to contribute, or should I unmute myself? I guess I should do it on my own.
They should remember this, Miss. We did it.
Yes. We did this. And they know about it, and it was in MY paper. Am I right, Miss Aska? The train and ship.
Yes,
if you remember.
The train. Yes, the train and ship. Yes. Now they will start giving responses, I guess.
Yes, if you remember.
Everyone is telling the 5 paragraphs. Paragraphing is the structure. It's not the method.
Yes. Zawar, I want to take your response. I'm unmuting you. Yes, Zawar. What do we do in block method? How do we construct our essay from block method?
Miss, first
Okay, Osman
paragraph
Imran has
consists,
given. Okay.
first
Yeah, continue,
paragraph
Zawar.
consists of similarities and second para of differences.
Okay, and then?
And then Miss, we write the conclusion.
Okay. So how many paragraphs does it make?
First introduction, second similarities, third differences, and fourth conclusion. 4 paragraphs, Miss.
Okay, 4 paragraphs. So where do we write 5 paragraphs? Matthew, I want to take your response. You were saying 5 paragraphs. Yes, Matthew. We can hear you. Matthew. He has muted himself.
Okay, Kasim is saying the block format is typically used for business letters. In block format, the entire text is left aligned and single spaced.
Okay. Now let's see. This is what we do in block method. Can you see? Now, can you remember? There are some new words in this. Can you tell me what is a hook? Yes. Hook and thesis statement. Yes.
Hook should be, easy enough because I remember
Yes.
discussing the hook.
Yes. You can even use the literal meanings of hook.
Yes.
Only Saad is raising his hand. All right. If you don't, okay, search about it now. I'm not going to tell you about it. If you don't want to contribute, I don't want to tell you about this. Is it justified, Ms. Aska? They are not contributing.
Very nice. Yes, let them answer. And I think you should start unmuting anyone's mic.
Okay. Ayan Shuib. Yes, Ayan, we can hear you. Can you tell us what is a hook?
What?
Hook.
Miss, this
Yes.
like for the paragraph, the starting of the any important topic.
Okay. Right. Fair enough. Can you mute yourself because I can't find you now.
Faik is saying it's the opening sentence of paragraph. Zawar is saying a thing that grabs your attention.
Exactly, Zawar.
Answer is saying the thing that gets you invested in your essay.
Yes, Ansar, you are right.
Invested
Zawar,
or
good.
interested, Ansar?
It is actually an attention seeker or attention catcher. The first sentence in your essay which should grab the attention of the reader. If you fail to grab the attention of the reader, then your reader is not going to read your essay. All right, so let's move on. So in paragraph 1, we go with hook and background information and thesis statement. Thesis statement is actually the sentence which tells the reader about what the essay is all about. Okay, what is going to come in the next paragraph. So this is what your introduction is, and if you divide your paragraph in these 3 parts, it will be very easy for you to write a good introduction for your essay. Okay, now the body of the essay will be paragraph 2, subject A. For example, let's suppose we are comparing and contrasting on cars and bikes. So you are going to explain everything about cars. For example, point number 1, speed, comfort, cost, and then you will go for the for bikes. Okay, speed, comfort, and cost. Right? You are going to get done with one subject and then you will go for the other one. This is what we do in block method. See, block arrangement, cars, point 1, point 2, point 3, bikes, point 1, point 2, point 3, and both. Compare and contrast. Okay. Now, point by point. First point is in this method, you go point by point, like you take the first point first and then take both the subjects and evaluate both the subjects on that point. For example, safety. You will analyze the safety of cars and then safety of bikes in one paragraph. Then second point, fuel efficiency. It is like you are going to tell the fuel efficiency of cars and then bikes, and then third is style. You are going to evaluate for cars and then bikes. You are going point by point over here. You are not going subject by subject, what we do in block method. Okay. Now see, this is another example for both the methods. Okay, thesis statement. See, this is thesis statement. TS means thesis statement. My two cousins are very different. My two cousins are very different. So this means that your essay is going to be about this thing. This is your thesis statement. Now, how you are going to organize your essay? It's like subject by subject, which is the block method. You are going to explain all the points about for your first subject A, which may be your for example cousin 1, and then cousin 2, appearance, personality, hobbies or interests. But in point by point method, what you do, you are going to take the points and then you are going to evaluate both of your subjects on the basis of the points here. I guess it's quite clear with this
Very clear.
image. Okay. So what we do, block arrangement, we actually write each paragraph that talks about everything about one point, which I just told you. And in point by point, each paragraph talks about one point. Now, block arrangement includes multiple details and points within each topic, because you are taking subject, and then point by point we actually, each point is elaborated upon in the paragraph, whether it's a similarity or a difference. Okay, regardless of its comparison or contrast, we just take the point and evaluate the subjects on it. Now, similarities in one paragraph, all the differences in another, or a paragraph about value and one about the play style. Okay, so these are the examples for comparison and contrast. Your home task, we are actually running short of time, so I just want to explain the home task. We are going to write compare and contrast essay about any one of the following topics. You can select any one of the topic which is on which is on the slide. Okay, select one topic, then select one graphic organizer. We just taught you about, like it can be a Venn diagram, it can be H chart, and then the other one is the flow diagram. Draw that, organize your information, whatever you know about it. For example, watching horror films on TV versus on large cinema screen. Okay, you are going to organize the information, whatever you know about both the subjects in the organizers, and then you are going to write an essay using any one of the methods which we explained you earlier in the earlier slides. You can go with block method or you can go with point by point method. Miss Aska, would you like to add something, please?
No, you've done so well. I am speechless, actually. I don't have words. Very Miss clear. I mean, if would have any doubts, I hope the students and the diagrams that you have used are excellent as well. So they should not have any difficulty. Although this topic was already done, but the way you represented it again, it's really nice.
Thank you so much. So this is how you are going to do it. Okay, if you are supposed to do it with all the things which we mentioned, because now you are training yourselves for writing this essay. We have only 1 minute left. If you want to ask something or anything, we are here to answer your queries. Please raise your hands. We have only 1 minute. I hope it's clear. Saad. Yes, Saad.
Miss?
Yes, beta.
Miss, why I want to ask the homework. task, to the homework task, we to do the all the.
No, beta, you are not going to do every topic. You are going. I have given you 3 topics:
I want to ask only the first one.
volcano eruption and earthquakes.
Yes. Tell
Yes,
me
what causes more damage? Okay, if you're going for this topic, so what are you going to, if you're going for let's say block method, so what are you going to do? You are going to take volcano eruption first, and you are going to write everything about this in you are going to write introduction, then in the other paragraphs you're going to write everything about volcano eruption, and in other paragraph you're going to write about earthquakes, and then in the second last paragraph you are going to compare both of them, that what causes more damage. All right, and then the conclusion. I hope everything is clear. If you still have any queries, you can contact us through WhatsApp or Edmodo. We'll be sharing these slides on Edmodo. Inshallah, see you tomorrow. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, Ms. Aska. I think she has gone. Thank you, everyone. We'll be sharing the task on Edmodo. Good.